All right, and we are live with a WWE Battleground review on this July 19th, 2015. Um, we are live here with the three-man booth. As always, it's the Bizarre One Dave. How you doing tonight, Dave?
Doing awesome.
And as always, Justin. How you doing tonight, Justin?
I am doing great. Thanks for asking.
All right, well, let's just jump right into it because the title pretty much explains itself. So if you don't like spoilers, I guess don't get on YouTube and look at the videos, um, because the title does spoil the ending. But anyways,
Like
let's,
who's being a cheap ass? It's only $9.99.
right,
Yeah, exactly.
and it was free this month. So, anyways, let's jump right into the Battleground pay-per-view where, uh, since we didn't do a video since Raw, um, the IC title match was canceled because Ryback got a staph infection on his knee or leg or something, so he was not able to wrestle tonight. So that was off the card, but who really cares? Anyways, but let's just jump into it where we had the opening match, which was between Randy Orton, the hometown boy, which was because it was in St. Louis, against Sheamus in a one-on-one match, which I thought was pretty good. Um, Randy Orton picked up the win. Usually the guys that are in their hometown usually lose unless your name is Shawn Michaels. But tonight, Randy Orton won. I thought the match was pretty good. Your thoughts, Dave? We'll go with you first.
Yeah, I mean, the match was good. I mean, obviously, to me, without having that title match, they probably told them to go out there and wrestle for 20, well, almost 23, 24 minutes. And it was a good match. I mean, I wasn't really into the match, but, I mean, it's like, cause it's like, we've seen it before. You know, it was like one of those things, like, okay. It didn't really bring nothing, there was really no excitement in the match, it felt like. And the match was really built up that well. It was built up in like a week. So there wasn't really a lot of time put into this match. You know, so, I mean, it was a good match, but it just didn't really bring, like, no intensity from either guy, really, to me. And you guys might enjoy it a lot different than I did. But I thought it was a good match.
Justin?
I agree. Well, to start off, I was expecting Orton to get a bigger pop than he got. Him being from St. Louis, he didn't really get. He got a loud pop, but not a. It was one that he should have gotten. But yeah, the match started off good, and then it never really took off. You know, that was probably they fought so many times before, so we've seen the match before, so it wasn't really nothing special. But yeah, Orton won with the RKO, which was not expected. Like you said, hometown people always lose, so it was good to see him at least win for a change.
Right. Like I said, the match was all right. It was basically the same stuff you've seen from them before. They faced each other so many times already.
Mhm.
I think that was just to get, I guess, Randy Orton on the hot track.
And then they missed an opportunity with Heat for Sheamus, so I'd like to have Sheamus won by some dirty tactic and got really big heat on him, but didn't want to go that route again.
Yeah, and Sheamus again continues on his little losing streak as the Money in the Bank winner. But let's digress to the next match, which was, I believe,
Primetime players.
yes, the tag match between the Primetime Players and New Day, which thought the match was all right. It was kind of disappointing to see New Day lose, but I mean, I get it because they don't really need the titles to excel. I guess I don't know. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do with this group because it seems like the group that would continue to chase for the titles, but I don't know. I mean, I really like the gimmick with New Day. I hope they don't break them up or anything like that, which I don't think they will. But I do enjoy the whole New Day gimmick. I really didn't think I was going to like it when it first started, but it kind of just grew on me. Um, but I also like Primetime Players. I'm more of a Titus O'Neil fan. I think he's really good in the ring. I think he could really succeed as a singles wrestler if they ever wanted to go that route. I know they tried to do it before, but they really never gave him a chance, I think. And I think he's a little bit more popular now than he was when they first did it. But we'll go with Dave first because I know he was kind of disappointed that the primetime players won.
Also, you can still let Justin go because I went first last time. Didn't hear any thought of the match.
All right, we'll go with Justin. We'll switch it up. Go with Justin.
Yeah, it was good. I myself was hoping New Day was going to win as well, but I mean, I'm not upset that primetime players won. I mean, they both did all right. Best part of the match for me was Xavier Woods on the outside, doing his usual yelling with like the worst leg drop ever,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and just making fun of the primetime players. That was my favorite part of the match, but the match itself, it was all right. I liked it. I mean, it was good for what it was. Pretty much.
Dave?
I mean, I really enjoyed this match. I mean, because to me tonight, Xavier Woods really stepped out as like a manager / wrestler. And if he wanted to just be like the manager who got beat up / wrestler sometimes, that would work, I think. Because just tonight, how he was doing, like you said, the worst leg drop ever, and it was just a really good match. I mean, just to see the old school tag team style where one tag in, one tag out, one tag in, one tag out. I mean, that was just entertaining. I was hoping they were going to somehow win it, but like all of us, I think we want New Day to win. But, it works because if you are trying to get primetime, I guess, over as a team and not just a one-and-done team, then I guess it works because New Day they get bigger cheers than freaking primetime does, I think. And that's just New Day sucks. That's just because of that. And during the Orton match, we even got the whole little clap with RKO.
Yep.
And that was kind of cool. And then, but yeah, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was good. That's why I'm more of a heel fan, I think. It's only because the heels seem to always dominate the matches. And it just, he's a good guy, gets beat up for 15 minutes, and they come back and win. So, yeah. I think it was a good match, so I enjoyed it.
It was your classic old WWE tag team match where the heels get over until the end and the faces prevail. But I think we all agree that we wish the New Day won, but I mean, it's not really much more to complain about other than, I guess, really that. But let's go to the next match of the night, which was Roman Reigns taking on Bray Wyatt. In my opinion, like I was reading more about it on Twitter that they were saying that a lot of people were kind of complaining that Roman Reigns didn't really show too much emotion, that they thought he would show a little bit more emotion during the match, especially since, he was involving his daughter and playing those type of mind games with him. But that's really no here nor there. I thought the match, I didn't really notice that to me, other than people actually pointing it out. I didn't really think the match was bad. I thought it was a really good match. It was actually kind of long. I thought it went a little bit too long. But I thought the match was good, and Bray Wyatt actually got a win for a change. Yes, Luke Harper did interfere in the match and kind of helped Bray beat Roman Reigns. Yes, that did happen. But a win's a win. And after I think he's lost like maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 matches consecutively on pay-per-views, he finally gets a win and beats Roman Reigns in a long match. I'm talking maybe 20 minutes, maybe longer. And
that was pretty long.
I mean, it was a good match. I'm not complaining about the match itself. I'm just saying it could have just went a little bit shorter. But Bray Wyatt gets your win. And I'll get y'all's guys' thoughts, and then I'll throw out maybe a possible match at SummerSlam. So you guys go. I'll go with Dave since we went with Justin last.
I mean, the match started slow, but it started to pick up a lot too, I think, into it. Maybe he wasn't as emotional as you thought he could be, but I thought he looked really intense in this match, I thought. I liked that. He had a really intense look on his face, Roman Reigns did. And the shots they were doing were awesome. I mean, when he went for that kick originally and breaking with that clothesline on the apron, I was like, hit right there. I was like, wow. And you knew it was going to be a physical match. It was good, I thought. I enjoyed the match. I mean, I thought it was like, man, this is the best match so far. And then, of course, we still had the next two, or three, technically. But, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
And that's coming from a guy who doesn't really care for Reigns. So that's some pretty high praise.
I mean, even on SmackDown, I even told you, I mean, he had a good promo, and, I mean, of course, the match ended how it was going to end, but, yeah, I mean, it worked. And he actually showed emotion during that promo, so, and like I said, I think he was more intense than, like, maybe we're getting kind of back into the ruthless aggression era a little bit, where you have more guys being more vicious and more, and it worked, and there's more physicality, you know? And that's what really, like, wow, that was a hard hit. Yes, those clotheslines in the corner were the weakest thing I've ever seen, but other than that, it was a really good match.
Justin?
Yeah, two of the hardest hitting people in wrestling right now just had that match. So it was good. It has it back and forth. That, like Dave just said, that clothesline that Bray did on to Reigns on that ring apron, that was pretty intense. I like that. The match itself was pretty good. Of course, you had the interference, but then, you know, maybe that sets up Ambrose to have something for him to do at SummerSlam, have Reigns and Ambrose tag against him in a match at SummerSlam. So, I mean, you never know. But I enjoyed the match.
I like that suggestion, but also, what about maybe Sting helping Reigns out?
Don't say it. Oh, my God. I guess I would get him over. I knew you were going to say that.
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah, it could. But if they were going to do like a Bray and Sting like they talked about, I guess that would work. You could even possibly have Reigns versus Harper. Because he's the one that cost them the match.
I bet you anything we see that tomorrow night on Raw.
Probably.
Reigns versus Harper? That's good, actually. That was my man.
I wouldn't mind it at all.
Harper is, you know, he's like, he's sneaky good because you don't, when you first see the guy wrestling, you don't expect him to drop some of these moves he drops, like a stupid kick out of nowhere, and kick off there, and it's like, wow.
He's very agile for his size.
I think they kind of dropped the ball with him, in my opinion. You know, they had him go, they had them go their separate routes, and then he kind of came into this kind of like a weirdo kind of guy. And I think if they just would have played him the part to where, you know, the eyes and stuff, I thought that was just kind of far-fetched. I mean, just have the guy be him, no stupid gimmick. Just
be an ass kicker.
Yeah, just let him be Luke Harper, a guy that's just not all there. I thought his promos were always good. I just thought the gimmick he was stuck with didn't really gel with everybody, with the fans. And then he kind of just disappeared, and then you have him team up with Rowan again. And
I think they messed up when they broke up the Wyatt family. If they're going to break up, they should just kept them as a tag team, because they were great as a tag team.
I agree. But I think Harper's good, too. Harper's like a Titus O'Neil. He's good. He's good as a singles wrestler, and he's good as a tag team. But I think he excels more with the tag team because
he did have a good run with the IC belt, though. The couple months he had it, he did have some good matches. While he
did. I didn't think he had it that long. He took like a week.
Was it?
I thought it was a couple months. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not sure. I don't.
Maybe it was longer because I know he lost it to Ziggler because of the whole. Because Ziggler got screwed out of the title because they got like crap beat out of him or whatever, and then lost it. But I don't know. It was like a couple years, or a year ago now.
Yeah, it's been a while since it could have been weeks, it could have been months. We don't really recall.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It doesn't really matter. Harper's back with Wyatt, and it could be leading into something at SummerSlam, or maybe Harper has the match last night tomorrow night with Reigns, and then Bray Wyatt interferes, and maybe we get a Sting appearance or his music or something. But we'll see. Let's move on to the next match, which was a Divas match. Earlier on in the show, on the pre-show, they said that Stephanie McMahon told all 9 women who were on Raw in that little segment to be on Battleground, to be at Battleground this Sunday. She ended up coming on the show and said that each team, BAD, the bad group, which is Sasha Banks, Tamina, and Naomi. I forgot what there's a meaning to it, but I can't remember what it was. Then you had
dominant, I think, like that. Michael Cole like screwed it up. He's like mad, beautiful, and dominant. It's like no, it's like they said it was, I believe, bad and dominant or something like that. I believe.
He said bad and beautiful, totally opposite.
Yes, it was something. Yeah, something like that.
Like what?
And then you had Team Paige, which was Paige, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. And then you had the Bella team, which was Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, and Alicia Fox. They all had to pick one person from each group. So Paige picked Charlotte. We had Sasha Banks from the BAD, and then we had Brie Bella. I kind of liked how Nikki Bella kind of teased her facing them, and I kind of liked it because it kind of saves the match. Probably Nikki Bella versus Charlotte, most likely, in my opinion. That's what it's looking like at SummerSlam.
Well, I think they're gonna go for like a 9-woman tag or whatever it's gonna be called. I don't think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna have like a big. I think they're gonna do something big like that.
I don't know the way
big. I think she's injured though, so that's why she's really been wrestling.
Yeah, I get that, and the way it's looking like before we touch on the match, they're really looking like they're making this SummerSlam pay-per-view huge.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with who coming back, and then the rumors of Sting possibly being on SummerSlam. It's really looking like that they're trying to make this SummerSlam like WrestleMania Junior. And
yes, it's not like
the possibility.
It's not like your regular SummerSlam that we've been getting the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, in New York, and this whole wet weekend is going to be off the hook too, though, because
NXT
Takeover Brooklyn is going to be, Brooklyn is going to be right there, right in the same arena in SummerSlam. It's already almost even sold out already, and tickets is on sale like yesterday, I think.
Yeah, so I mean,
I wouldn't. Show is going to be huge.
And then having a possibility of Nikki Bella losing her title after holding it for so long against Charlotte, I think would be a pretty huge match, because I think WWE. I mean, just by tonight, we'll touch on it. Charlotte won. She got the victory over Brie Bella and Sasha Banks. That's why I think that the sky's the limit with her. I don't know if she's the best. I'm kind of biased towards Sasha Banks. I actually like her a lot.
Yep.
A little bit biased towards her, so I can't really say I think Charlotte's the best out of them, but I think it's kind of true that she's the best out of the group of the NXT women that got brought up. But the match itself tonight was tremendous. It went over 10 minutes. I think it got 11 minutes. I saw someone post something about it. It's mostly more Charlotte, Sasha Banks going at it mostly. Kind of Brie getting in there every now and then. We had some stuff over the top ropes. We almost saw Brie Bella get killed where she overshot Alicia Fox and Nikki with the outside move. But Charlotte wins with the figure 8. I never knew it was called that. I never heard someone call it that when I was watching NXT. I guess I never really paid attention maybe. But the figure 8, she beats Brie Bella. Brie Bella taps out. Sasha Banks does not lose, so it kind of keeps her still looking strong. Plus, she's the NXT champion for now. I think she'll probably lose at that takeover or the special, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the match, I thought itself was pretty solid. It shined. It showed both divas. I don't want to call her that. It showed both women and their wrestling skills. Mm-hmm. And I think they made the right choice. Finally made the right choice of bringing these ladies up.
Yep.
And I just hope it doesn't. What I read, it's really driven by Stephanie McMahon and Triple H that they really want this storyline and want these ladies to succeed. So it's not going to be one of those storylines or instances where
it just goes away.
Yeah, it just goes away, or they kind of go off track, where you don't see them again. I'm glad they didn't change the gimmicks. I'm kind of upset that they didn't come out with their own ring music.
Yeah, that was kind of upset. Yeah.
That was a little bit of a downer. But other than that, I thought the match was good. We'll go with Justin.
I agree. The match was good. It had its good spots. Sasha's dive to the outside on Team Bella, like you said. Bree's dive to the outside where Alicia Fox missed her, and then she hit Nikki where she overshot. It's definitely a shot in the right direction for the division. Hopefully they quit calling them divas and have them called women now. Hopefully they get rid of that belt, bring the old women's belt back, which they really need to do that because that belt is hideous that they have. Good match. It's a shot in the right direction. Hopefully it keeps going. And if they end it soon, that would be a shame because these women deserve better, and they're going to start getting better, hopefully.
Dave?
Like you just said, I think if Charlotte does win the title, I can see her honestly bringing back the win. I didn't think they would, but when they showed up on Raw and Michael Cole started calling them the women's wrestling, I was like, well, maybe they would. Maybe they will bring back the women's title. Because the Divas title is like really just for the Divas because they got rid of it when Trish was champion, and that title meant more, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fans. That's why you look at NXT, it's not called the NXT Divas Champion, because it's called the NXT Women's Champion. And that's what separates that. The match was good. I wish they would have just came out with just the three of them, not with their whole little group, because I thought it was going to turn into some big disqualification 5 minutes in or something.
I thought the same thing, like a big brawl was going to break out.
Yeah. I mean, but with Stephanie behind it, kind of like, it's more Triple H than Stephanie, but they're showing Stephanie as the face of the Divas division right now. Where she's not really the face, but she's the one kind of like behind this. Okay, even in NXT, showed Stephanie's the one that introduced the women's title. So she's the one that started the women's tournament and all that. So, yeah, she wants to build it up, I'm sure. So does Triple H, obviously. And so they're trying to really build the brand, really. I mean, we're getting kind of NXT-style matches on the main roster now. And it's fun. Again, I mean, this past few weeks on Raw, we got some great matches. I mean, this match, I was worried about it. I was telling Tony, like, oh, I hope this match doesn't, like, come to you or something. But it ended up being really good. And people were hating on the Bellas ones, but, you know what, they're just doing really good. It's not their fault that the Divas don't get time. And Brie wasn't terrible in that match. I mean, she's like, I don't know if she's better than her sister. They're both have their own unique skills. But I really don't think Brie is that bad.
No. I don't.
Of course, Sasha and Charlotte are really good. But
I did like Brie's Bryan kicks though. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. My thing is this. I used to be a pretty huge, not a huge. That's kind of going out of line there. I did like Brie Bella, but now I just kind of find her annoying. I'm not really sure why. It's just kind of the things that she does kind of makes me it just gets annoying to me. It just annoys me. Maybe not so much for other people, but it does for me. I actually enjoy Nikki better than I do Brie, and I never ever thought I would ever say that. What I used to think Nikki was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was horrible in the ring, and I think she has really stepped up her game ever since her heel turn.
SummerSlam, yeah.
Which was what, like 2 years ago, maybe 3.
Actually, SummerSlam last year.
Was it really?
The first heel turn, probably.
Stephanie, she turned on her sister, remember, and she joined Stephanie or whatever, and they did the whole growing up Bella crap after SummerSlam last year.
Okay, yeah. All right, there you go. Yeah. Ever since then, I think she's really has stepped up to her game, and she is definitely the best in my opinion. Other than I can't say she's better than Paige because that would just be a lie. She's definitely the second best in my opinion. Not counting
the John Cena of the Divas division.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I guess you can. That's a good comparison.
Natalia's good too, though, but she hasn't been in the ring.
Yeah, I forgot about Natalya because she's really good as well, and it's kind of sad to see her kind of put on the back burner.
Yeah, it sucks for her.
Women they have actually use like they should be. So it's not like they don't have great women wrestlers or athletes, whatever I'll call them. The fact they don't use them or they use them as jokes. For the longest time, it was like, here comes the Demons match, time to go to the bathroom. I mean, by the time you go back to the match, I mean, it's pathetic the way they use them.
Yeah, I think, you know, maybe Natalia's kind of like only doing house shows and stuff like that so she can, you know, be with Tyson Kidd while he's hurt.
Yeah, I get that. I just think in general they haven't used a lot of women.
Yeah, no, I know. I see what you mean, but I think that's why Natalya hasn't really been used, because she's one of the best ones that they have as well. But I mean, at least these ladies are getting showcased now, and let's just hope that it continues. So let's continue on to the last two matches. One of them had some people pretty pissed off, and that was the Kevin Owens John Cena match. And I can see why people are pissed. Yes, I understand. Kevin Owens loses again. Yes, he tapped out. But if he didn't notice the match and didn't listen to the commentary, to me, Kevin Owens still got over. Reason being, it took him, 3 AAs and 2 STFs to beat him.
And a super AA.
Yeah, one off the top rope, which he did kick out of. Then you had them bring up, John Cena's facial expressions that they haven't seen him look like that since his match against The Rock where he lost. That's another high praise. It just took John Cena more to beat Kevin Owens than he has ever faced anyone. Other maybe than Brock. This guy took everything Cena had and still looked fantastic. I thought the match, regardless of the ending and regardless of the way it happened, the outcome, I thought the match was the best of the three. It really showcased more of Kevin Owens' moveset. It showed more of his ability in the ring. And I thought John Cena looked good too. He didn't fuck up any moves this time. He didn't mess up that stunner. I mean, I liked when he tried to do it the first time and Kevin Owens countered it. I like that. My thing is, people saying that this is the end of Kevin Owens, and they're kind of comparing this to Rusev. I think that's a little bit far-fetched, and I think that's a little bit. I think it's a little bit overboard. I mean, come on now. This guy had 3 fantastic matches with John Cena. One of them he won. I mean, I get it. Yes, Rusev did the same thing, but matches weren't like this with John Cena. It seems like anything John Cena does, people are going to shit on. And I'm one of the guys that don't like John Cena, but this year, John Cena has really impressed the hell out of me. And I mean, I really can't really say anything negative about the match other than, Kevin Owens tapped out. Yeah, I would rather have had Kevin Owens win. But on a side note, I'm actually kind of glad John Cena won because we still get these U.S. invitational matches every Monday night. Did I go with Justin or Dave last time?
You went with me.
Go ahead, Dave. I know you probably have some stuff to say.
The match, I mean, it's so hard to compare, though. I mean, when you look back at all 3, as I'm trying to figure right now to compare all 3 matches, like, man, I mean, that first one was awesome. The second one was awesome. I mean, the third, I don't know, was the third, I mean, that's just hard to say. I mean, yes, it was for a title. It seemed like it went longer on the other 2 matches. I mean, so it's like, yes, it was for a title, and it was like kind of like Owens' big coming out party, really, because everyone already knew it. And sometimes third match is not great. It's hard to say the match was good, probably the best match on the show. It's hard to compare, but the match itself was awesome. I enjoyed it. I mean, I would much rather see Kevin Owens get pinned on the 1, 2, 3 than the whole tap out, because, man, he hasn't had a good month. I mean, he just lost to Finn Balor, and now he loses to John Cena. I mean, yeah, it's tough because I'm a big Owens fan, or Cena, or don't go. But, yeah, possibly leave Cena alone now and possibly go after the IC title. I mean, that's a scenario they can do.
Yeah, it depends on how long Ryback's out. It looks like Ryback's going to be out for quite some time.
So if he's out, they take the title from Ryback and make a big, and maybe they use some battle royal for it, and then Owens wins it. I mean, that would really help the title and help him. But there's so many guys right now who are being underutilized, I think, with WWE. You never know what they're going to do.
I mean,
there's still like Cesaro, Rusev, Owens, the guys that deserve to be pushing.
okay.
And so I mean, there's so many guys they can give that title to if they want to that. But I mean, in Owens, we know that the big match coming up on the 22nd of August with Balor for the NXT title, which I don't think no one thinks Balor is going to lose the title that quick. So I mean, that would be another loss. So it's like if he doesn't win, if he does, cool. But I mean, it's really it's not looking like it's going to be too good the next couple months for him. Yeah, but he's happy. I mean, he said I've seen deliveries where he said that he loves that his first match in the main roster was against John Cena. I mean, would you go how much higher can you go from there? So, I mean, overall, the match was a really good match. I hated that he tapped out, but I mean, the moves were great. The match was great, of course, as always, with you guys for some reason. Which we don't see Owens fight like out, so we can say that Owens. You could say it's just these two guys who bring out each other, or it's just Owens who brings it out of everybody. So, wherever they want to go with Owens, I mean, that's tough. Do we possibly see another match at SummerSlam now with these guys? I mean, unless you make it like a triple threat that was talked about, or even a fatal four-way, you know, with Rusev in there too, you have all four of them go at it. That's different. But this U.S. title, we all have to agree that it's been elevated a lot more since John Cena's had it, especially these last couple months.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. And just to touch on one thing real quick, I think the way it looked like in the replay, Kevin Owens could say he didn't tap out. You could say he was trying to get it off, his hand was off, and try to get away from the move. It didn't look like a clean tap out. It looked like he was like swiping at his hand, kind of a tap out. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. We'll go with Justin.
So maybe Lana will come out and say he tapped out.
Right. Go with Justin before we touch on the big surprise return.
Well, I will say one thing to the people that were complaining about the ending or the match itself. You know, obviously WWE knows what they're doing, or they wouldn't be as successful as they are. So, you know, on that point, and also I was just sitting thinking to myself, watching the match, you know, how much better can Kevin Owens get? I mean, obviously, you know, he's done some awesome moves, but, you know, what is he holding back? What else have we not seen from him yet? So I'm just thinking he's going to get better, you know, as he progresses. He's going to show better moves, better styles, what have you, what not. But, yeah, I like the match. I agree it was the best of the three, and I would say I don't like him tapping out either, but you know how that goes. I thought myself that Cesaro was going to not interfere, but at least go down to the ring. So I'm surprised Cesaro wasn't shown. But, yeah, I like the match. Definitely Cena has brought more, I guess, prestige to the belt right now. That's for sure. But, yeah, I like the match. It was good.
Well, this makes the ride to the next couple of weeks because SummerSlam isn't for about almost a month away. So it's going to be an interesting ride to see maybe where Kevin Owens goes. Maybe he starts a feud with someone new. Maybe he keeps going after Cena until Cena gives him one more time, one more match. Or, you know, I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm not tired of these matches yet. I mean,
no, I'm sure people will say that. That was like, 4 straight months.
I mean,
and if Cena goes over again, you know, and to touch on really quick about the IWC people, you're going to get that IWC troll, hardcore Ring of Honor fans who are just watching it towards the ROH guys, like Cena or Owens or Paul, whatever. They're always going to hate John Cena because he's the guy, he's the Vince McMahon guy. You can say the same thing with Reigns, but right now it's Owens. He lost to Cena. Oh, they're going to bury him. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah, and we don't know that.
They're gonna hate it, and you can't. They can't. Some people can't appreciate a good ending, like we've seen on the main event. People bitching about that, and you can't. They complain and complain, and so you can't please anybody ever. Everyone's always bitching and moaning about something.
Right.
And when we did see that match, I think all of us was when Owen kicked out of that super AA. I think we're like, man, they actually cold and actually had me believing, well, maybe Owens is actually going to beat him. Cena feel like he can't beat him. Maybe Owens is going to win the title. I mean, he did win, but I mean, it did kind of make a lot of people thinking like, oh, you can give Owens the championship, but then it would take away from how huge and popular those US challenges have been. I mean, the best segment on Raw, I'm sure.
Yeah, and before we end it right here, I just want to say, the whole match, Kevin Owens is getting praised. I mean, they're just praising the hell out of this man. They weren't burning him or, talking down on him. They were just talking up Kevin Owens the whole match. And they made it really seem like this guy is the next big thing. No pun intended. Speaking of the next big thing, we had Brock Lesnar taking on Seth Rollins for the World Wrestling, almost that Federation title, the World Heavyweight title. It wasn't really a match. A lot of people were kind of complaining about it because all we saw were suplexes pretty much the whole match.
That's what Brock Lesnar's gimmick is, though.
Yeah.
Suplex. I was shocked. And this is what shocked me. Not to get off base real quick. Brock actually used another suplex besides the German.
Oh, yeah, belly to belly. Yeah, he did that.
But he can throw around. It's like, I was telling someone I was watching that way, I was like, man, this is like a heavyweight versus a cruiserweight. This is like Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar. Right,
and Rollins held his own. He got some offense in.
Yeah, but he was like a small cruiserweight versus a super heavyweight. That's what it was. And that's why he was throwing around so easy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
he got those kicks in.
He still got some offense in Brock. It wasn't like Brock was dominating the whole match. Like, I understand.
He got a little bit. He didn't get a lot, though.
Oh, I know. He got a couple of stuff in. He got a little bit in. He did the dive out of the ropes. And, I mean, Brock Lesnar is just a man on a mission. He's just a fucking beast. And I don't expect stuff like that to hurt him. Especially coming from a small guy. I mean, nobody in the world thought Seth Rollins was going to win tonight.
No.
Until the Undertaker shows up. Undertaker shows up.
We were all saying too, like, you know what? When you look at it, no one's there to help Seth, and it's like, okay, the only way I was telling Justin, I don't know if you heard me before we went on the air, is that the only way Brock loses this match, Undertaker shows up. You're like speaking it when you're watching this. He got like 15 suplexes or whatever it was he got. I think it was only like 12 or 13, but whatever it was, he got a bunch of them. And it was like, man, okay, he's done, it's over. And then all of a sudden, like, when the lights go out.
No, the Undertaker returns. He chokeslams Brock, gives him 2 tombstones. No, we never had a finish. It was kind of a non-finish match, which I think will lead up to another match with Rollins and Brock eventually down the line, not anytime soon, down the line, because they're going to say that they never lost.
I guess you would say Brock won by DQ.
I mean, there was no bell or nothing.
No finish, yeah.
There was no finish, no ref in the ring.
I don't know the only thing you could actually say in conclusion to the ending last. Well, they actually called everyone left, so you could say it was just called a draw or just called a no contest or whatever they want to do it.
Probably a no
Since
contest.
Brock was the one who got beat up, you could say DQ on for Undertaker. So I guess you could say that. But whatever they want to do, but yeah, which I have no problem with it. I love this. We talked about this earlier on Periscope that what would I think if Undertaker came in and either cost Seth Rollins the match or caused a DQ or something like that. And I said I wouldn't mind because you can see Undertaker on random pay-per-view. Never happens.
Yeah, and you're gonna probably see Undertaker on Raw tomorrow night.
I don't know, Brock or Heyman. That'd be interesting. They'll call out if they do it right away. So long till SummerSlam, maybe it waits for a few weeks.
Maybe.
Let's get your thoughts, Justin, since we kind of got Dave's thoughts and mine. What are some of your thoughts on the match?
Well, first of all, I mean, props to Seth Rollins for getting in the ring with Brock and taking those 15 whatever suplexes he took. I mean, Brock Lesnar took him to the, well, I wouldn't say took him to the limit, but I mean, Brock Lesnar just pretty much beat the crap out of him for those whatever 15, 20 minutes, what it was. And then you have Undertaker come out, and then he just basically destroys Brock Lesnar with that choke slam and 2 tombstones. But what I was just thinking about, where the hell did Seth Rollins and the ref go? I mean, there's no mention of them after the Undertaker came out. So, that's interesting to say if they're going to say where they went after the match or after the lights went out. And then, tomorrow night on Raw, is Undertaker going to come out, like you said? And is he going to say, well, I'm getting revenge from my loss at WrestleMania? Or is he going to say he's getting revenge for his brother Kane? So, I mean, those are a couple variables for Raw tomorrow. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, props to Rollins for getting into the ring with Brock. I mean, that dude's a beast, like you said. He's a heavy hitter. And I'm sure Rollins is hurting right now from all them suplexes.
And I think this was probably the only way they thought, I mean, maybe not only way, but it's one of the only way that you can get Rollins to stay the champ.
And then again, Brock wasn't pinned, so, I mean.
It all depends on where, I mean, it leaves you with a bunch of questions. And they ended the night with The Undertaker, and, it's the end that free subscriber week or month. And next month,
next month definitely won't be. I mean, just because you're going to have some huge matches. And I think it was more or less Kane, if you ask me. Because Undertaker lost, he doesn't care. I don't think he cares about that, But they kept, when you keep poking the bear, or you keep talking about it and talking about it, and then they TV storyline break Kane's ankle. So I think that, if you look at that, he also comes back like that. As soon as that happens, to me, it's kind of like a family thing. You can see the Brothers of Destruction possibly.
That would be cool. I would enjoy that.
Because to me it's about King, if anything, because and I think King's going to come back as a good guy now.
Right. And I think in all in all, I think it'll make sense. Yes, a lot of people hated on the match because the Undertaker got involved, but I thought it was a pretty cool moment. Yes, kind of rumors kind of killed it, but I thought other than that, I thought the match wasn't really a match because it kind of only went like maybe 15 minutes.
A beatdown, basically.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because they even ended it like at 10:45, I believe. And I was like, wow, that was fast. I thought they did something.
Yeah, it was.
But I mean, it worked because to me the rumors are good because when you hear these rumors, you want them to come true. You don't want them not to come true. Like, oh, we're hoping to see the Undertaker. Oh well, like the whole Sting thing was it last year with the game thing. Where he kept tweeting out Sting. It was a date for Monday Night Raw, and it ended up only being for like the video game. And you're like, oh, you want to see him show up on Raw? And those were like kind of like, oh, but Undertaker showing up on Battleground. I mean, Battleground has been the shittiest pay-per-view the last couple of years. And all of a sudden you have Brock on it, you have Undertaker show up, and actually go wrestle at SummerSlam. I mean, that's huge. I mean, to me, I love the fact they did it like that.
Yep.
Because a guy that almost grew up watching, I don't know how big a fan, that was a huge fan of the team going out. Because my favorite wrestler was well done. It's just like, wow. You never know how many more times we're going to see him wrestle.
Right. He looks in good shape, so let's hope for a good match between the two if they end up, it's looking like they're going to end up facing each other at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and I think Undertaker should go over, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm biased.
So that's pretty much our review in a nutshell tonight. I think we all thought the pay-per-view was pretty good. Kind of hit some hit or misses, but you're gonna expect that from a not so big pay-per-view that they made pretty big, in my opinion. I mean, they kind of went all out on this Battleground pay-per-view with the U.S. title, with the Divas, with the return of the Undertaker. It was a good pay-per-view. Like you said, Dave, the last couple of years, Battleground has been a laughing stock of the WWE pay-per-view schedules, and tonight was good. If you were going to rate it from a 1 to 10, 1 being I absolutely fucking hated it, to 10 being I would watch the replay right now, what would you give it, Dave?
I gotta admit, I mean, it was a really good pay-per-view, I thought. I mean, match, it wasn't no typical 10-minute finishes. I'd give it an 8. I enjoyed it.
All right, Justin.
I'd say a solid 7.5.
Okay, I would give it. I would give it. I would give it a. I'd give it an 8. Some stuff.
Just the matches, I mean, almost every match went over about 15 to 20 minutes long. I mean, the first match was about a 25-minute match. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either.
I thought most of the matches tonight were solid. The only thing I didn't care for was, the only thing I guess I can nitpick, and it's like a slight nitpick, is that they hyped up this Brock and Seth match for so long,
and it wasn't really a match.
And then we got that. So other than that,
I mean, I can agree with that, but I mean, I wasn't really I was expecting either Brock's gonna win or Undertaker's gonna show up somehow. And that's what I was looking for. I was wanting it to happen. So, I mean, that's what I was anticipating. You know, when you anticipate what will happen, that makes it more awesome. Because you see the Undertaker return, and then that's another question we didn't really ask ourselves. I mean, what is Rollins going next? Where is Owens going next? You know, where are these guys who just came off, who one night got this power that got lost? I mean, more a question about Rollins than anything, like, who does he face at SummerSlam? I mean, Triple H is posting videos of him training at midnight. Do we possibly see Triple H for Seth Rollins for the title?
Well, I hope not. But
it kind of makes you wonder where Ambrose is going to go, because he wasn't shown. He's not doing anything right now. So, I mean,
I don't think we're going to see. No offense. I know there's a lot of Ambrose fans out there. We're not going to see Seth Rollins versus Ambrose at SummerSlam for the title.
Oh, no, absolutely not. But, I mean, he's got to be...
I thought that's what you were saying because you said Ambrose. So I was like,
No. I'm just saying he hasn't been doing anything lately. It's like, where the hell is he going to go, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe a heel turn or something. I don't know. But we all thought tonight's show was solid. Definitely, I don't know if you'd want to go spend, $50 on it, but definitely if you had the network, I would go watch it again. Some good, solid matches, especially the Divas match.
Yeah, I mean, that's surprising. I think all of us, because, I mean, we all enjoy these Divas, this segment. I mean, this is really good. It's like, you guys are excited about the Divas things. I hate calling it that.
No, let's just call it women's wrestling. We'll just leave it at that. Tuesday, we'll be back again with another Monday Night and Tough Enough review. We'll try not to go as long as we did last time. We went a little bit too long, but hey, when you have 2 shows you're reviewing and then you have 3 different opinions, it's going to happen. So
that's a 3-hour show we're doing too. So
yeah, so
plus Raw
well, you can say 4 hour if you want to include Tough Enough. So we do apologize, but we do appreciate everybody who sat and watched our video. We tripled our views from our last video before that, so we really do appreciate it. But yeah, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for tonight. We'll be back again on Tuesday, 9:15 Eastern, a little bit after Tough Enough, so we can, set up and get everybody on here. And then from there on, we'll just keep on doing Tuesday night reviews until Tough Enough is over. So anything else you guys want to say before we sign off here?
No, I'm good.
Dave?
Well, the 12th commandment is thou shalt not mess with the Undertaker's family.
There you go. I like that. End it like that. So we'll be back Tuesday night at about like 8:30 Eastern time. Wait, 9:30 Eastern time, not probably 8:30 Central, and talk about Tough Enough, who got eliminated, and then we'll talk about Raw and if the Undertaker was on it or anything like that. So we appreciate everybody coming in tonight and checking out our channel. Please subscribe if you can, Wrestling Freaks Podcast, and like our channel, comment however you like. And the guy that left a comment last week and said, do we like Kelvin Owens? I think you meant Kevin Owens. Yes, we do all 3 like Kevin Owens. So we appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back this Tuesday, 2 more days. So again, thank you everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow. Have a good week. Back out Tuesday. Thanks everybody.